Miss Hillard? The water's boiling. Hello! Ah!
Everyone thought Robin Williams was only a whirlwind of jokes on camera, but Sally Field spotted the thunder behind the laughter. She later lifted the curtain on his behavior during Mrs. Doubtfire, and what she revealed might change how you see him forever. Ready to discover the hidden side of a legend? Let's dive in and watch the mask come off. The very first spark. Their paths did not cross at a glittering party or a red carpet gala. Instead, in 1993, they met on the bustling set of Mrs. Doubtfire, a movie that would end up in living rooms across the world. Chris Columbus directed the film about a dad who loves his children so much that he pretends to be an elderly Scottish nanny to stay close after divorce. Robin signed on as Daniel Hillard, the man who turns into the unforgettable Mrs. Doubtfire, while Sally became Miranda, the determined mom trying to guard her family. From day one, the atmosphere crackled. Sally was not just sharing scenes with a comedy icon. She was stepping into a ring where each take could explode with fresh surprises. Robin's style was famously unpredictable. He would nail the script for a few takes, then boom! He flipped the script on its head, inventing new voices, tossing out unexpected lines, and turning tiny movements into big laughs. That kind of chaos could rattle even seasoned actors. Yet Sally refused to waver. She did not try to outshine the storm. Instead, she flowed with it, reacting in real time. Every response felt raw and true, because the moments were born right there on set. Their scenes became a dance between plan and chance, forcing Sally to stay rooted while Robin spun wild ideas around her. That tension forged a chemistry you can still feel when you watch the film. Cameras scrambling to keep up. Behind the lens, the crew hustled to capture every flash of brilliance. Director Chris Columbus even rolled several cameras at once, knowing a single angle could never contain Robin's electric pace. Sally watched this controlled chaos with growing respect. She saw that Robin was not clowning for ego. He was chasing honest emotion and laughter that mattered. They played a couple in the painful wake of divorce, yet off-screen their bond was warm. Sally glimpsed the gentle heart powering Robin's manic energy. He cared about people, not just punchlines. Robin admired Sally's centered focus amid his whirlwind. Together they pushed each other higher, united by the goal of telling a story that would touch families around the world. Their first collaboration did more than make a hit movie. It etched a memory Sally would treasure forever. From that first handshake sprang a friendship built on trust, laughter, and deep respect. It was not ordinary. It was magic hidden in plain sight. Respect wrapped in creativity. Early on, Sally realized Robin was no simple jokester. His famous quip would hit a craftsman devoted to the art of acting. He wanted every beat to land with truth. He often followed a strict routine. 3 faithful takes to honor the script, then the gates flew open. After that third take, creativity surged like a river bursting its banks. Lines twisted, voices shifted, expressions morphed, and brand new moments lit up the stage. Some performers might freeze under that flood of change. Sally saw an opportunity. She ditched rigid timing and let her real feelings lead. Her reactions grew vivid and honest, giving the characters a heartbeat audiences could feel. The whole set buzzed with energy, as if the floorboards themselves might lift off. Robin's freedom inspired everyone. Cast and crew breathed easier, eager to explore. Sally balanced the storm, while Robin sprinted into unknown lanes. She stayed grounded, and that contrast reduced fireworks. Their joint scenes layered humor over sincere emotion, each take fresh as morning air. Mutual respect made this magic possible. Robin valued Sally's calm strength. She admired his fearless leaps. Neither tried to rob the spotlight. They lifted the story together. Off camera, Robin kept spreading goodwill. He cracked jokes to ease tension, noticed when someone looked drained, and offered a gentle word. Sally witnessed that kindness and never forgot it, a quiet truth behind the smile. Their creative bond glowed. Yet Sally sensed something quieter hiding in Robin's eyes. It was a tenderness masked by the clown's grin, and years later she felt compelled to share it. That revelation would pull back yet another layer of this fascinating man. A moment of deep grief. The proof came during a day charged with real sorrow. Sally was preparing for the heart-wrenching courtroom sequence when news reached her that her father had passed away in his nursing home. The blow was swift and heavy. She slid into her trailer near the set, determined to keep working like the professional she was. No tears, no breakdown, just focus. Cameras rolled inside the mock courtroom while Sally battled the ache in silence. She had earned 2 Oscars through grit, and she intended to lean on that discipline. Yet grief pressed like a weight on her chest. Robin noticed at once. His sharp eyes caught the change in her posture, the faint tremble in her voice. Without making a scene, he moved closer and whispered a few gentle words that only Sally could hear. He did not crack jokes or push her talk. Instead, he offered quiet support, showing he could read the room with uncanny skill. In that moment, the loudest comedian in Hollywood became a silent guardian, letting Sally know she was not alone. Sally later recalled how that small act felt like a lifeline. Robin's empathy reached her faster than any bouquet or condolence note. He kept an eye on her all day, shifting his energy whenever she needed calm or distance. He even toned down his signature riffing during takes, respecting the fragile space around her grief. It was a side of Robin few outsiders ever saw, yet revealed the depth beneath his river jokes, holding the weight together. Throughout the shoot, Robin's awareness never faded. He could light up a room with wild impressions one minute, then soften his tone to comfort a friend the next. This balance became clear to everyone on set. The crew admired how he placed human feelings above punchlines whenever it mattered. Sally's pain was not brushed aside. It was held with dignity by a man many assumed could not stand still. As filming pressed on, Sally found strength in Robin's steady presence. His gentle check-ins reminded her that real friends notice the quiet cracks behind a brave face. She channeled that tenderness into her performance, giving Miranda a layer of authenticity that audiences instantly believed. The hidden cost of laughter. Sally also began to understand that Robin's gift came with a cost. The same mind that spun endless jokes carried deep sensitivity. He soaked up every emotion around him, turning it into comedy or comfort as needed. She realized the wider world saw only the laughter while missing the weight he carried to keep everyone smiling. Years later, when news of Robin's passing shook the world, Sally's memories of that set came rushing back. She remembered the sparkle in his eyes, the whirlwind of characters, but most of all the quiet hero who stood beside her on her hardest day. She felt people needed to know that side, the part that listened, cared, and felt everything deeply, a legacy beyond the laughs. When Sally finally spoke about Robin in public interviews, she painted a picture richer than any headline could capture. She shared how his playful chaos sparked creativity, how his compassion lifted others, and how his respect built a safe space for raw truth. She wanted fans to understand that Mrs. Doubtfire was hilarious not by accident, but through fearless trust and sheer heartache. The heartfelt echo. Robin Williams left the world with countless laughs. Yet his sweetest echo might be the quiet compassion Sally Field described. Their bond proves that true artistry is not measured only by on-screen applause, but by the care we show once the cameras stop rolling. In that respect, Robin's final gift was not a punchline, but a reminder that kindness can shake a soul even more than comedy. And that is the side of Robin Williams Sally Field wants us to see. The funny man who could freeze a room with a simple whisper of empathy. The improviser who chased truth, not only laughs. The friend who stood tall when grief tried to break her. This is a hidden story behind the laughter, and it deserves to shine as brightly as any joke he ever told. He spotted the storm before anyone else did. Robin Williams noticed that Sally Field's smile had slipped, and in a heartbeat he shifted from comedian to guardian. He was not riffing or running lines. He was reading Sally with laser focus. Her shoulders were tight, her eyes glassy, and grief pulsed beneath her calm voice. Robin crossed the set in 3 quick strides. Without fuss, he eased her away from the busy crew and asked in a whisper, "Are you okay?" The words tasted heavy as she replied, "My father just died." Saying it out loud felt like dropping a boulder on her chest. Robin reacted faster than the directors clabbered. "We need to get you off this set right now," he declared. Tight schedules, lead actor duties, co-producer tasks, none of that mattered next to Sally's broken heart. He marched straight to director Chris Columbus. "Let's flip the schedule," he urged. "Shoot the crossover angles without Sally today. She needs space." Cameras shuffled, call sheets changed, and scenes were rearranged in minutes because Robin asked for it. While Sally planned funeral details, the crew hustled through other shots. "They shot around me the rest of the day," she later remembered, voice soft yet grateful. Robin stayed close until she stepped into a car, shielding her from questions and flashing lights. That single act showed a side of Robin hidden behind his whirl of impressions. He was very sensitive and intuitive. Sally said, a man who could feel emotions like static in the air and respond before words formed. For a veteran like Sally, who had seen countless stars under countless spotlights, Robin's compassion was stunning. He cared less about hitting marks than about easing a friend's ache. He made the entire set pause, proving that humanity outranks any deadline. Years later, she can still picture the camper, the numbness, and Robin's quiet rescue. He did not shout. He did not grandstand. He simply acted. That memory glows brighter than any award in her mind. The moment was never scripted, yet became the truest scene on Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin's legend for high-voltage improvisation is famous, but this quiet kindness speaks even louder. Even after both actors slipped away from Hollywood's daily grind, Sally told the story with fresh emotion. "I never shared this before," she admitted, voice trembling. She wanted people to know the man behind the comedy, the friend who threw a lifeline when she was drowning in sorrow. Sally was not just losing a father. She was losing him while standing under stage lights, pretending everything was fine. Robin's swift action let her drop the mask and breathe. That day remains a hidden heartbeat of Mrs. Doubtfire, a film famed for laughter and disguise. While audiences roared at the nanny's antics, Sally remembers the shield Robin raised over her when the cameras idled, and his empathy did not stop with her. Robin spread that warmth to everyone within earshot. Let us pull back the curtain on the kindness that followed him like sunlight, a legacy carved in kindness. Robin's greatest superpower was not comedic timing. It was an open heart that poured kindness like water. Actors, assistants, grips, lighting techs. Everybody felt his glow. He greeted people by name, asked about birthdays, and shared smiles stitched from pure goodwill. One grip recalled lunch breaks when Robin skipped the star trailer to sit with crew. He joked about half-eaten sandwiches, traded stories, and made everyone feel like the most important person on set. If someone dragged their feet, he noticed, offering a gentle joke or patient ear until their shoulders relaxed. His generosity reached far beyond sound stages. Robin co-founded Comic Relief USA, funneling millions to fight homelessness. He lifted literacy programs, veterans groups, and disability services with donations and appearances at lit-up fundraisers. He used fame as a flashlight, guiding attention where help was needed. Sally speaks of him with a lump in her throat. "He should be growing old like me," she once sighed. The ache in those words reminds us that his light went out too soon, yet the warmth lingers in everyone he touched. Their bond stretched well past one film. It rooted itself in shared laughter and quiet shelter. Sally often replays the day he guided her offset. No headlines, no cameras, just genuine care. Other legends felt that depth, too. Al Pacino, Ben Stiller, and many more have said Robin's empathy ran as deep as his punchlines were loud. He could sense tension like a thermometer and melt it with a single word. That dual gift, uproarious humor and soft-hearted intuition, made him irreplaceable. Audiences remember the wild characters, but friends remember the gentle eyes reading a room with surgical skill. In every project, Robin left more than memorable scenes. He left sturdier humans. Sets buzzed brighter. Strangers felt included, and friends felt truly seen. That is the treasure Sally cherishes, the love hidden behind the laughs. People picture him rapid-fire joking, but those who knew him best recall the quiet strength inside, the strength to lift others without asking for anything back. That is a legacy he etched on film and in life. Yet beneath his glowing kindness, Robin carried unseen weight, the smile masked battles most never guessed. Next, we will step carefully into those hidden struggles to understand the full story behind his brilliant, complicated soul. A storm no one saw coming. In his last year, Robin Williams felt his famous spark flicker, and the whole world missed the warning signs. Behind every grin, joke, and burst of energy, a hidden pain was tightening its grip. Early in 2014, Robin entered a space he rarely shared. His sitcom The Crazy One stumbled in the ratings and vanished after a single season. For a man who had lit up screens for decades, the cancellation slammed like a locked door he thought would never close. At the same time, his private life was shifting like sand. A second divorce still stung, even as he reached for fresh joy with his new wife, Susan Schneider. Balancing the hurt of the past with the hope of the present left him drained and unsure. Then, in May 2014, doctors dropped another blow: Parkinson's disease. For a performer built on rapid wit and playful movement, the idea of trembling hands and slowing thoughts felt like a nightmare in daylight. Anxiety and sadness tightened around him, and his world seemed to shrink with each sunrise. Yet the most heartbreaking truth lay deeper. After his passing, an autopsy showed Robin never had Parkinson's at all. He battled Lewy body dementia, a rare and vicious brain disorder that scrambles memory, sparks hallucinations, and swings mood without warning. Even experts struggle to spot it, so Robin was fighting an invisible enemy he could not name. Friends noticed a change. The once fearless comic genius grew anxious, quiet, and cautious. He forgot lines, his hands shook, and he feared losing control of his own mind. To a master of quick improv, those slips felt like betrayal. Still, in public, he smiled. He riffed. He hid the storm so well that millions had no clue he was hurting. The decline sped up. Robin tried to stay busy, hoping work might hold back the darkness. Yet the illness marched on, pushing him into deeper isolation. The man who once filled a room with light began fading behind a fog of worry and confusion. On August 11, 2014, shocking news flashed worldwide. Robin Williams had ended his life at home in California. Grief burst across every continent. People finally grasped how fierce the secret battle had been, and the irony cut deep. The king of laughter had been robbed by a disease that smothered joy from the inside. His passing lit urgent talks about mental health, hidden illnesses, and the risk of misdiagnosis. It reminded us that even the brightest smiles can mask deep pain. Sally Field and other friends mourned not only a legend, but a soul who gave kindness to everyone but himself. Though the story ended in tragedy, his impact still blazes. Robin's life now urges us to look closer, ask gentle questions, and never assume a grin means all is well. The echo of love and loss. The shock never truly faded. How could someone who poured out so much joy vanish in such heartbreak? Yet the world's love for Robin never dimmed. People moved fast to honor him with laughter, stories, and tears. Inside, the mind's dark corners. As his health slipped, Robin faced more than shaky hands. Susan Schneider called it the terrorist inside my husband's brain, because Lewy body dementia attacked without pattern or mercy. One minute he cracked jokes. The next he stared in fear, lost inside thoughts he could not trust. His brilliant mind had become its own battleground, and hope grew scarce.